Hey guys, it's been a while. This is Patches, and today what I have for you is a Call of Duty Advanced Warfare news video. Yesterday we saw the single player trailer. It looks awesome. You know, to be honest, I wasn't really excited about the game until I saw this video, and it just looks amazing. We saw some really cool stuff, some even more stuff like grappling hooks and just crazy action sequences, and I'm really excited for that. But at the end of that trailer, there was a 5-second multiplayer clip, which is what I'm going to focus on today because that's what I'm most excited about the game is Sledgehammer's attempt at to bring the multiplayer experience back alive in Call of Duty because Ghosts kind of not a lot of people enjoy that. So anyway, about the multiplayer, it's confirmed that we're gonna have a reveal on August 11th, which means the giant reveal that goes in depth and tells how all the created class works and all the kill streaks and all that kind of stuff. So we're gonna see that on August 11th. I'm really excited about it. I made a couple videos for Call of Duty Ghosts last year when we saw some of that. So this is I'm really looking forward for that. So I have some pictures. I just snapped it from the trailer, and we're just gonna go through them, and I'll let you know what I see from it. In this first one, we see the exoskeleton suit. So it is confirmed it's going to be in multiplayer. You'll see it again in a couple pictures when the guy's jumping through the air. But it looks like it's going to be really customizable. I think this red pattern is pretty cool. It reminds me of a red Camaro with some hockey stripes on the side or something. So that looks cool. And another thing about the exosuit is that it's going to be. It looks like at least in this one, however this guy has his set up, it's a very rapid. Quick maneuver that he performs in this little sequence. He just strafes to the side really quick. It lasts about half a second. And he moves maybe 10 feet to his left. So it's going to be a really easy way. It's going to be like Stalker almost. If you get good at timing this and using it to your advantage, you'll be untouchable in this game. So that's just a look at one of the exoskeleton abilities, other than the one where we saw the guy do a loop-de-loop around the staircase or whatever to shoot the guy in the back. That was pretty cool. So anyway, this is a quick maneuver that you can do. I'm sure there'll be other types. Next picture we see the HUD, the heads-up display, and so this is where things really start to get interesting. First of all, the kill feed's in the normal spot. So the Sledgehammer looked at Ghost's idea of putting it up right, said, you know what, we didn't like that, so now it's back in the normal spot, which is where I look when I'm looking for kill feeds and anything. So that'll be comfortable for me, at least. I'm really looking forward to that. Second is the minimap is back to square. None of that panoramic view that we saw in Ghosts, which means you'll be a little harder to spot from across the map, because in Ghosts, with such a wide view, if an enemy was shooting, you could sort of turn and get him, even if he was off of the radar in front of you. If you turned, he'd be on the radar, so you could see where he is. So back to the perfectly square mini map. That'll be you'll be able to stay a little more stealth, and people will be able to sneak up on you a little bit better. So it'll make it more interesting, more intense. Also, if you look at the teammate right behind our emblem on the minimap, there's a little arrow in front of him, which to me says he's shooting. I couldn't really tell in this trailer. The wave was crashing and our guy was shooting, and it was all very noisy and lots of sound effects going on. So I think that's what that could mean, that our teammate is shooting. That'd be a cool little indicator. If you look in the next couple of pictures, he must have stopped shooting because that arrow isn't there anymore. And another thing I want to look at on this one is we see down in the bottom right, we see these little two where tacticals might normally be in other Call of Duty games. We see these charged up batteries underneath these two other icons. What that leads me to believe that those are exoskeleton abilities. Whatever that means, whether the battery means we run out of battery if we use it too much, or if it recharges like our health, if it regenerates. I think those are going to be our two abilities that we get on our suit. You'll probably equip that in the created class. And so it looks like, if I had to guess, I don't even know, but the one on the left sort of looks like a sonic boom around the thing, so maybe it's some sort of pulse that pushes people away from you. And the second one looks like gosh, I don't even know. I'll look at the other ones when I get to the other pictures. Maybe there's some sort of force field. That'd be kind of crazy in a Call of Duty, but we'll see, because the view kind of changes in the other pictures. So the battery, the recharging, I think that's what that's about. In the next picture we see the iron sights in this game. I know it's not all, it's just one gun, I get that. But if this is a representation of what we're going to see in terms of iron sights, I'm really excited, because one thing that I loved about Black Ops 2 was the iron sights. Very few guns needed any sort of optics as an attachment. All the iron sights were very precise, very good, and that's what I'm seeing here. It's not obtrusive, it's very specific, very precise. So I'm looking forward to using those iron sights, putting other attachments on my gun. Another thing is just to notice in the background, we see the Golden Gate Bridge. So we're in California. Something interesting just to point out. Next picture we're going to, this is where things start to get more interesting. First, up in the upper left-hand corner, you see the mini-map. Our guy's red. Our little indicator is red because we're shooting. So this is a way to see. It's like from Black Ops 2 when you were wearing the ghost perk, you'd be able to see on the minimap when your guy was visible or invisible on the minimap. Well, in this case, we're seeing when we're visible on the minimap because we're shooting. So our guy's turning red, and you'll notice our teammates stop shooting. So that'll be an interesting indicator as to when we're showing up on the radar. Another thing to notice is the hit markers on this. This is a first look at what our hit markers will look like in Advanced Warfare. Notice they're very, very tiny. Maybe not necessarily tiny in size, but they're very faint. So they're sort of there just as a very slight indicator that you're getting a hit marker, not something that's going to take up your screen. So that's just another thing to note. Also, one more thing that's I think is very interesting is the red crosshairs. Like our gun, the red dots on our gun were not red before we were aiming onto this enemy. So in previous Call of Duties, our white crosshairs that were just up when you're hip firing, those would turn red when you looked at an enemy. Well, in this case, it looks like in Advanced Warfare, our gun is actually going to turn red on a part just to indicate that we're now facing an enemy. So that's new. I'm excited to see. So I guess if there's a cold-blooded perk or an incog perk, then it'll keep that from happening when we're targeted by enemies. Next, let's go to the next picture, and you'll notice that our minimap, even though we've stopped shooting, is still red. So what that leads me to believe is that even after you shoot, you show up on the radar for just a little bit longer, which is what we had in Ghost. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but as long as the guy who just shot is still alive, even if he moved, his red dot would stay on the map for maybe a few seconds. So if that trend continues on this, as we can see, our guy's still lit up on the map, so maybe our red dot will last a little bit longer than just precisely when we pull the trigger. Another thing to notice is it looks like medals are coming back from Black Ops, so we'll be able to track how many times we did certain things. Skeet shooter looks like we got a kill in the air, just like your shooting skeet. I don't know if you guys have done that. It's really fun. I've done it with a 20 gauge shotgun. And now to the last, possibly most exciting part of the HUD that we see is now after we have this kill, we see plus 100 score. So that means every kill is going to get us 100 points. And the reason this is significant is because look on the right-hand side. We see our score streaks. That's right, not point streaks. We're back to score streaks. You can see that on one of those score streaks, on either one, there's a number in the top left-hand corner of the icon, which shows how much score it takes to enable that kill streak. The bottom one says 500. The top one says 600. Some sort of vulture drone again. Maybe the bottom one is a UAV or something. But that's right. We're going back to point streaks, which is going to be awesome. So whether you're just slaying out, whether you're going for the objective, or whether you're just getting a bunch of assists, you're going to be getting score streaks. So that's really exciting. The way I see this working is to visually indicate how close you are to your streaks. Instead of just being a continuous bar like in Black Ops 2, it looks like that bar, the bar, yes, it filled up to the top, but that's just for one kill. And I could be wrong, this is me just eyeballing it, but it looks like on the bottom one that there's room in that entire icon for 5 of those bars maybe. So if you get 5 kills, that's 500 points. Each 100 points will be a vertical bar, and then you'll slowly fill up to the right as you complete more bars, as you get more points. And the reason I believe this a little bit more is because the top bar for the 600 looks a little bit smaller to me. I'm pretty zoomed in and I can't really tell, but let me know if you guys think that, because what that would mean is because 600 points is more than 500, then each 100-point bar is going to be a little bit thinner because you'll need more of them to fill up the whole icon to earn the score streak. So that's what that looks like to me. Let me know what you guys think about having only 2 score streaks. I don't know if this guy has only 2 selected, or if we only get 2 score streaks in the game. I hope we get 3 still. It's been that way since Call of Duty 4, and before that even. I didn't play anything before Call of Duty 4, but I know that it's always been 3 kill streaks. One last thing about this last shot is that I believe that the Scar H is back. If you look in the kill feed, the third one down, so the guy, what is his name? Andel? I don't know. But it looks like, I'm no gun expert, but that looks very similar to the outline of the Scar from previous Call of Duties, from Modern Warfare 3, from Modern Warfare 2. So Let me know what you guys think about that. Above that, is that some sort of launcher or thumper, or maybe just the wave killed someone? I don't know. And also, it appears that we do not see tacticals and lethals on our gun as we did in the single player trailer, the one they showed us 2 months ago. Maybe he just doesn't have any selected, but I don't see any in the HUD, and I don't see a spot for it on the gun that'll be part of our virtual reality helmet that our character is wearing to project the lethals onto the gun. I don't see anything on there. Maybe he already used them. Maybe he doesn't have any selected. Maybe we're going to the point system where you don't have to select lethals. I don't know. We'll see. So anyway, that's everything that I was able to gather from the 5 seconds of the multiplayer teaser that they just gave us. I'm so excited for the 11th of August when we'll be able to see the full in-depth multiplayer reveal. So let me know what you guys are most excited for. Did I miss anything in this video? Let me know. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you later.